And I will say, I like the Bills. I don't see much of a game in this one. I see the Patriots winning this. Again, I see this one like the last one. I see the Saints winning this one. No, I like the Seahawks in that game. And I see the Saints winning. I like the Saints over the Chiefs in Super Bowl 50. Okay. Should have put a disclaimer that generally when I pick teams to win, they don't win. Yeah. That was not a good week last week, obviously. You know? Like, okay. So quickly, okay. The Bills loss, that was tough. I didn't like the penalty call that caused them to go back. That, I don't want to say lost them the game, but definitely didn't help. I didn't like the penalty call. Full credit to the Texans. They played well. I mean, that last play by Deshaun Watson, like how he got out of that Eli Manning-esque. So that was that. The Bills won. Okay, fine. The Titans, I don't mind. I didn't mind losing that one. Hate the Patriots. Screw the Patriots. So I don't mind the Titans winning that one. Saints won. I didn't watch the game, so I couldn't really tell you how or what happened. But after reading some things, watching some highlights, the Vikings seemed to. It was, as I said, they were hit and miss last week, but they hit, and then when they hit, they can play well. Their defense is good. Kirk Cousins is a good player. Dalvin Cook is one of the best running backs in the league. There's no questions about that. So, while I did have the Saints winning the Super Bowl, full credit to the Vikings, and like I said, I honestly didn't. I saw them. They could have won this game. It wasn't like, I know what I said. I didn't see much of a game, but that's because I thought their inconsistency was going to catch up to them. But I like the Vikings as a team when they play well and they can win. I wasn't so sure on the Saints. I thought they would win, but I didn't think it was going to be like a 40-7 game. So full credit to the Vikes and the Seahawks. Let's go. Huge win over the Carson Wentz-less Eagles. Win's a win, baby. And we're moving on to the divisional round. That was the one that was right, and that was the best one by far. So we're going to go down into the new side with the new predictions. I'm not going to try and change much. Like, I don't want to, just because they're different, change anything. Not saying I won't, but nevertheless, let's just start on Saturday. Let's get right into it. This video won't be long, but it's going to be good. The Vikings are taking on the 49ers, the number one seed out at Levi Stadium. Like I said before, not a huge fan of the 49ers. I don't think they're that great of a team. They're getting Quan Alexander back. They did say he might not play a whole lot. You know, he's not going to play his usual, whole game. But, he could get some time. He could say, we'll see. I forget who made the point. But somebody needs what the Vikings need to do to win is to get Jimmy Garoppolo to be the hero. If they can do that, they can win. I 100% agree with that. If you can make Jimmy Garoppolo, if you make him try to be the hero, you can win. Because Jimmy Garoppolo is not that good of a quarterback. I'm sorry, he's not. He misses throws. He's just not good. I don't think he's a good quarterback. He's an okay quarterback. He's going to get the job done, but he's not going to win you a Super Bowl, I don't think. The defense is what makes that team really good for the 49ers. Richard Sherman's is, I wouldn't say he's as good as ever, but he's been really good this year. He's deservedly, an all-pro and all that stuff. So good for him. And that secondary's good. Jaquisick Tart has been excellent this year, and I think he's going to play. The defense for the 49ers is the reason, and George Kittle on offense. If you can shut down George Kittle, which I think the Vikings can, yeah, I know. I did. The Vikings, the defense has been good this year. Like I said, hit and miss, inconsistent, but they can beat teams like the Saints. As I said, they're the best. I thought the Saints were the best built team in the playoffs. I still do. I still do. But the Vikings shut them down. And if the Vikings can play like they did and have this momentum, like that Vikings D has really been good for a while. You know, it kind of fell off for a couple of years, but they found their form again. If Dalvin Cook can run the ball well, that's something they need to establish the run early. If Adam Thielen plays, I think they have more of a chance to win. You know, Kirk Cousins is going to have to be good. He's going to have to be good again. That's, I think, a real big key for them to win. If Cook can play well and Cousins can have a good game, and they can keep George Kittle out of it and make Jimmy Garoppolo be the guy, I like the Vikings, and I'm going to pick them to win. Like I said, I don't believe in the 49ers. I know they're at home, and I know that. Well, I wouldn't say the Vikings aren't as good as the Seahawks, but like I said, I don't believe in the 49ers. You know, they can get Quan Alexander back. That's great. He's a great player, but I don't believe in them, so I'm going Vikings. Vikings are going to the NFC Championship. Let's do it. Flipping on over to the other game on Saturday, it's the AFC game. It's the Titans and the Ravens. There was actually, in regards to the Patriots losing, was Mina Kimes on Twitter, had this tweet, and I just, like, you know, the box score is done. You know, the box score is over, or the box score is up. Post games have started, and I'm still worried about the New England Patriots. 100% feel that the same way. Absolutely. So I don't know. They're going to come out of nowhere. Somehow they're going to end up here. Anyway, Titans, Ravens. I know the Patriots. I know I said the Patriots are going to run over. I don't see the Titans beating the Ravens here. I'm a little more skeptical than I was last week. Derrick Henry, I don't know how I forgot to mention him last week. He's a machine. That guy can run the ball. I know he's had kind of an intermittent career so far. You know, he's been great. He's been okay. He's been bad. He's been great again. Derrick Henry's on another level right now. He's playing really well right now. I talked about Dalvin Cook last time. I like Derrick Henry a lot. Ryan Tannehill had an okay day. He was not bad. He played well. But that offense is going to have to do more than they did against the Patriots. The Patriots weren't good. They're not good anymore, I guess. Well, they weren't good yesterday, I say that. Or last week. So the Titans really have to do more on offense if they want to win. Their defense has to somehow stop Lamar Jackson, and I just don't see Lamar Jackson getting stopped. It's so easy for them to establish the run because you don't just, you know, a lot of teams rely on their running back. You don't have to rely on Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram, a fine running back. You don't have to rely on him. Now you got Lamar Jackson who's running rampant. If you can slow down Lamar Jackson, which not a lot of teams can, you might have a chance. And yeah, like I said, if you don't see that Baltimore defense is absurdly good. I think it might be a tough time for Ryan Tannehill. I can see Derrick Henry having a good game, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to beat the Ravens. I like the Ravens in this one still. They're still a darn good team. They played well. They play good football, and even if Lamar Jackson is taken out running wise, I still don't see. It's tough. It's tough. It's gonna be. I think it'll be a better game than a lot of people will think. But no. Well, we'll go with the Ravens on that one. Let's flip over to the Sunday. First game. These times are so weird for the playoffs. 12:05. It's the Texans and the Chiefs. Again, the Texans are an inconsistent team, and for the first half of their game against the Bills, they were terrible. They weren't existent, non-existent, just awful. They weren't good. And in the second half, it was the opposite. They played well, and they Bills didn't. So unfortunately for them, I don't think they can have a first half like they did last week. If they do, they're toast. They can have a good first half. Again, I closer than I think some people might believe. If Deshaun Watson can have a consistent game, he was not good in the first half, but he showed up in the second half. And then, if you can get DeAndre Hopkins going, then you have a good chance to win. But you got to get him in the game. You got to get him on it. I like him a lot, and I like the Texans' offense. It can be good. They just got to figure it out. On the flip side, the defense, J.J. Watt, he helps. He can help you, and he's a very good player. If he can get at Patrick Mahomes and force him to make, do Patrick Mahomes things all the time, then yeah, you know what? They don't have a bad chance to win. But that Chiefs defense, like I said, they're playing on another level right now. They're just playing absurdly good right now. So I still like the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, I think, is still going to have a good day. That offense is good. The defense, like I said, Tyrann Mathieu has been playing amazing. If Frank Clark can get going for them, I think it'd be huge, and I think it could be a really big win for the Chiefs and take that on to the AFC Championship. And the last one in the week, the Seahawks, Packers, a rematch of the NFC Championship. I don't know how many years ago was it? 2014, I guess. 2014. We don't have to go any further in that 2014 playoffs, but this is going to be a good game. I think this might be the best game of the week. Two amazing quarterbacks, Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. Seahawks had one of those games last week. Their typical Seahawk kind of win, kind of sit there like, we can do stuff. We can do this. And it got a little close there, probably a little too close for comfort for them, but good win for the Seahawks. Against the Packers, like I said, they've just been hiding under the radar. They've just been making it easy for them. This is actually a tough one to pick. The Seahawks offense can get going, if Marshawn Lynch can get going, if they can use that play action that they were using against the Eagles and it was working, and the defense is the big key for me. Quandre Diggs, if he plays, changes the defense in a really good way. If Diggs can play, if Dwayne Brown on the offensive line can play, I know there's a lot of questionables for them. Even Marquise Blair, if he can play. The Seahawks have a good chance. On the Packers side, they're really not running through a lot of injuries. They're pretty okay. If the Seahawks can stop Aaron Jones and keep Aaron Rodgers to a minimal, I don't think the Packers defense is all that good. It's going to be a tough one. That's a really tough one. I honestly don't know where I want to go. I'll pick the Seahawks at the risk of them losing because I'm picking them. I'll pick the Seahawks. To me, this is a toss-up kind of game. Like, I don't think the Packers have that much of an edge in this game, and I don't know about the Seahawks. They could be great. They could be okay. The Seahawks is such a weird team, but I like the Seahawks. It's cold, Lambeau. It's Seahawks are pretty good on the road too, so we'll see about that. We're definitely, hopefully, not going to have one of those. We want the ball and we're going to score moments at Lambeau. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. But I'll take the Seahawks. I'll take the Seahawks. So let's shift on to the next side, which is we'll go all the way now since my Super Bowl champion lost. We'll go all the way again, and I'll repick my champion now. But then the next week I won't. I'll pick it Super Bowl week. Anyway, so I don't know when the games will be Sunday, and I guess the AFC will be first, NFC second. So we'll start with the AFC and the Ravens as the Chiefs. Not going to change my prediction. I think the Chiefs are going to do it. For all the reasons I said before, their defense is coming. Their offense is good. If they can stifle Lamar Jackson and keep that offense to a minimum, I think Patrick Mahomes is good enough to get around this Ravens defense. And this Ravens defense is really freaking good. They added Marcus Peters, like I said. Earl Thomas, he's my guy. It's a good defense over there. But I still like the Chiefs. Go to Super Bowl. Go get them. It's going to be a great game. Which leaves the Seahawks and the Vikings. The 5 and 6 seed. The two wild card teams going head to head in the NFC Championship. That would actually, I genuinely believe that could happen. Like, the Chiefs and Ravens is kind of like, okay, it probably will happen. But, Seahawks and Vikings, it's not like it's a foregone conclusion it's going to happen. It's not that likely, but it's not, unlikely either. That could go either way. But Seahawks, Vikings, they played earlier this year. Vikings took that one. It was a tough loss early on for the Seahawks. But I think they can stop them. Like I said, for all the reasons, if you can slow down Dalvin Cook, this is a home game for the Seahawks, by the way, if this were to happen. If Kirk Cousins has an okay day, which I can see him having, it's Kirk Cousins. He can have a great day. He can have a terrible day. That's the thing about Kirk Cousins. He can have these days that are just great, but he can also be terrible. It's not that. It's not a super tough pick. Not a super tough pick. Not a super tough pick to pick either of these teams. It's a tough pick to pick one of them. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. Seahawks. They played at home the last two NFC championships and they've gotten there. So going on that statistic right there, I'm gonna pick the Seahawks to go to Super Bowl. Man, that'd be fun. Seahawks in a Super Bowl again, which takes us to the Super Bowl, the big one, down in Miami, as I said last week. Now it's Chiefs Seahawks. Whoa, that's tough. That's tough. I've given you reasons for my both teams in this one. Their reasons are both good. I see the Seahawks coming out and playing real well in that game. The Seahawks aren't going to have one of their iffy games. It's not going to be an iffy game for them. It's either they're going to get dominated is not the right word, but it's not gonna be close. Not like Super Bowl 48. Not Super Bowl 48 where the Seahawks dominated. It's not gonna be domination, but it's gonna be it could be a double-digit win if that's the word to go. Or I see the Seahawks winning and playing their best game of the year, because that's the type of team this is. But like I said, I just think the Chiefs are on too much of a run right now. I thought they were going to run into the Saints and have trouble. But I think the Chiefs are just going to be on such a roll. And Patrick Mahomes is such a hard person to stop. Yeah, I'll pick the Chiefs. I know I had them losing to the Saints, but I had them losing to the Saints. And I'm like I said, I see the Seahawks coming out and having their best game of the year. But I see the Chiefs winning. And like I said, I see the Chiefs winning by, double digits, 10 points, 14 points, a touchdown or two. So I don't think it'll be, it's going to be one way or the other for the Seahawks, but I'm going to pick the Chiefs. It'll break my heart. That'll so break my heart. But the Chiefs are still good. And yeah, there you go. Chiefs to win Super Bowl 54. Those are my predictions for this week and beyond. Like I said, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the button to get notified when I post videos. More videos are going to come. Like I said, different variety. Pretty excited for the road ahead. But I'll come back next week with predictions. Probably more, again, smaller team. More in-depth prediction. More like a more in-depth prediction. Really looking at it. Yeah, hopefully, I get more than one right this week. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, like, share, subscribe, hit the notify, hit the button, and I'll see you guys next week. What it does.